McDonald's isn't just a fast food company. It is the world's largest toy distributor thanks to the Happy Meal.
Your kids will love McDonald's Happy Meal. It's food and fun in a box.
In hindsight, the Happy Meal completely changed the game for McDonald's, but believe it or not, getting the Happy Meal signed off wasn't easy. The story of the Happy Meal isn't as American as you might think. At least I thought it would be a bunch of executives in a meeting room in New York, but it turns out that's not entirely the case. We actually have to go to Guatemala for the answer, and travel back to 1972. This is Yolanda Fernández de Cofiño. Yolanda was a young mother of 5 children in the early 1970s, where she decided to team up with her husband Jose Maria Cofiño Valladares to rescue the first McDonald's restaurant in Guatemala from near bankruptcy. Initially brought on to clean house, Yolanda eventually took charge of the marketing and, following the tragic passing of her husband, assumed the presidency of McDonald's Guatemala, which has become one of the top fast food chains in the country. After searching high and low on the internet, I retrieved a now deleted article on the internet posted in 2006, where Yolanda told her story. Yolanda's husband had bought the McDonald's franchise in 1974, but when they took over, the restaurant was losing $7,000 a month. Her husband wanted to sell it, but nobody was interested in buying it. Yolanda stepped in and told him she would find a way to fix the restaurant and sell it. However, as she became more involved, she grew attached and enthusiastic about the restaurant. The first few years were difficult as it was the 1970s and there was an internal war in Guatemala. In fact, one of the restaurants was even burned down. When asked how she dealt with these circumstances, Yolanda explained that if you want to live in Guatemala, you have to accept things as they are. These were challenging times, but Yolanda was determined to make it work. When she started working at the McDonald's restaurant in Guatemala, she noticed that when children requested a Big Mac, their sibling could also want the same thing, and a lot of food would go to waste. Similarly, once a child requested a sundae, all of the children would want the same dessert, which resulted in more food being wasted. Having 5 children of her own, Yolanda thought of creating a special menu for children that would include a hamburger, fries, small sundaes, and a small toy or a piece of candy. She called it Ronald's Menu. When an American executive from marketing visited the restaurant, he found it interesting. The story I just told you, it's heavily conflicted. As it turns out, there's actually a lot of conflicting opinions on how the Happy Meal started. So I'm just here to give you as many perspectives as I can, and you can make your own judgment. 4 years after Yolanda's interview was published in 2010, Time published a story naming a US executive, Dick Brams, as the father of the Happy Meal, though it gave no context as to its thesis on this. Others have claimed that Dick Brams gave Bob Bernstein the task of creating a kids' meal. Bernstein actually spoke with CNN Business only months ago, explaining that McDonald's was losing its endorsement of kids, and that it was important for them to re-establish themselves as a go-to restaurant for families. In this article, there's seemingly no mention of Yolanda or Dick, as Bernstein inserted his own story of watching his son eating cereal every day, noticing that his son would concentrate on the cereal box. Realizing that kids want something to do when they eat, Bernstein and his team chose to design a children's meal for McDonald's. They used the golden arches as handles and incorporated puzzles, riddles, games, and comic strips on the exterior of the box to entertain kids while they ate. To make the boxes more distinctive, Bernstein and his team enlisted illustrators from various parts of the country. The Happy Meal was first introduced in 1977 as a promotional item in McDonald's franchise stores in Kansas City, Denver, and Phoenix. The meal included a regular-sized burger, fries, Keebler cookies, a soda, and a Cracker Jack surprise toy. However, the company's corporate offices outside Chicago were initially hesitant to launch the Happy Meal nationally and wanted more testing. Specifically, the then CEO Ray Kroc wasn't happy about production costs on an item that wasn't proven when McDonald's already held dominance in fast food. But he also knew that McDonald's needed to innovate with families. It took more than a year of successful testing before the Happy Meal was finally rolled out nationwide in 1979. The first McDonald's Happy Meal was introduced with a circus wagon theme and toys such as a McDoodle stencil, erasers, and a spinning top. Later that year, McDonald's tied a Happy Meal to the premiere of Star Trek: The Motion Picture, which marked the beginning of numerous Happy Meal movie tie-ins. Despite this, many franchise owners were hesitant to accept the concept, fearing it would disrupt their operations due to the boxes being complex and toys requiring storage. But with the help of an ad agency, the Happy Happy Meal evolved from a promotional item to a permanent menu item during the 1980s. After the Happy Meal sales took off, both McDonald's and its franchise owners began to warm up to the idea, largely thanks to the meal's popular toys and the addition of Chicken McNuggets in 1984. Toys really did become the meal's main draw though, and McDonald's became one of the country's largest toy distributors, with the toys even becoming collector's items, with vintage Happy Meal toys now selling up to $50 on eBay. McDonald's then started collaborating with Hollywood studios and major toy manufacturers such as Mattel to create limited-time meals around popular toys, including Muppet Babies in 1987 and Hot Wheels the following year. During the 1990s, McDonald's saw massive success with Happy Meal toys inspired by Beanie Babies, Transformers, and Power Rangers. In 1996, the company struck a 10-year deal with Disney to create toys based on their movies. Unlike Burger King and Wendy's, McDonald's has been able to attract families with the Happy Meal. If kids want a Happy Meal and the toy that comes with it, they'll pester their parents to take them to McDonald's, where the chain can sell food to the entire family. Since its inception, the Happy Meal and McDonald's marketing tactics aimed at children have been criticized for contributing to childhood obesity. In the mid-2000s, there was mounting pressure on McDonald's to make their meal healthier and to remove the toys, which was seen as a marketing ploy to target kids. In 2011, San Francisco passed an ordinance still in effect today that banned McDonald's and other fast food chains from giving away free toys or other incentives with kids meals that didn't meet minimal nutrition standards. The pressure has led to McDonald's making the meal healthier, with the reduction in French fry portions, the addition of apples, and the offering of reduced sugar, low-fat chocolate milk. The company also removed soda and cheeseburgers from the meal. The question is, how healthy is the fast food company willing to go to make its offering healthy? That might have something to do with the company's bottom line. And to think that the then CEO didn't like the idea at first, to it accidentally dominating a whole different industry. The Happy Meal also helped McDonald's to establish its dominant position that seems to be likely untouched, at least for now.